all not wieners. Let's hit it.
None of you are wieners.
Can we make that our fall thing? You are now not a wiener.
And my mom's last name, maiden name, was Pakasic. And
Sounds easy to mess up.
it was pretty easy to mess up.
It's definitely not Garm.
Pack of shit.
Goof Garm? What did you say it was?
Her brothers literally changed their name.
Oh,
Just
really?
because it was like so like you couldn't deal with it?
Yeah.
Oh,
They literally
man.
changed their last names.
I like having the last name Lyons. It's a pretty buff last name.
Yeah, it's a cool one.
Except
It's not,
everyone
it's
thinks
no
you're,
Garm.
for some
This
reason,
guy's-
everyone thinks you're Lions.
Yeah,
I
everybody
had
has
to-
an S.
I literally had him as Lions in my phone
Yeah,
for the longest
Seglia
time.
emailed
Yeah.
me. He put my name as Lions on stuff, and you've
Yeah.
done it, and yeah. Steve always says to me, he's like, "Yo, man, this character is a lion. That's my thing. Like, no one loves lions more than me. Lions is what I'm about because I'm a Leo." And I was like, "I got you beat."
His Leo thing.
Yeah, it's those tweets that he
Leo
retweets.
tweets?
I can't.
That's some wiener
I'm not
stuff.
sure if I'm happy he's not here or if I'm sad he's not. So I can't tell him to his face that that's the stupidest stuff.
You can't break it down, right? Yeah.
Steve, I know you're a smart guy. I've talked with you in the past. I know it, but there's the Leo tweets. So.
Yeah, did he retweet?
I don't know how to fit those two together.
It's always
I don't know how to
something
sew
like
them together. There's something that I can't quite get the sewing right.
it's always like it's so ambiguous all the stuff because they want it to fit
Yeah, obviously.
into anybody, right? It's the worst. Anyway.
Okay, anyway, what's going on?
Big
Evo
news.
Japan LLC.
Big news, yeah. Evo Japan's is
Worrying.
getting set up, and it sounds like it's a big conglomerate.
Bunch of money, yeah.
Yeah,
$1
lots
million deal went down. A bunch of companies bought into Evo.
Mm-hmm.
The one that concerns me is the company who owns Nico Nico is involved.
Oh, I don't think I knew that.
So I'm very
Right,
concerned
right.
that Evo is going to be streamed on Nico Nico.
I mean, if they did do it on Nico, I mean, look, nobody's going to be stupid enough to make it exclusive to Nico Nico.
I hope not,
Right?
yeah.
So if they do stream it on Nico Nico, hopefully it means they dual stream it on both. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah,
If
that
you
would
don't
be
stream it on
that'd be
Twitch,
fine.
that would just be the biggest problem.
That would be the
silly.
worst.
That would be
Yeah,
the biggest
but a
problem.
bunch of companies throwing down money.
Like it sounds like it's crazy or like it's made up to say it's $1 million deal, but
right.
Yeah, because you have to think, right?
$1 million.
For this event to go down, you can't have the pot of the tournament be entry.
Right, because it's Japan. Right.
So you have to get outside influence to put money towards prize
You
pool.
could only
and
win prize
stuff like
money
that.
in a Japan tournament if it's not put in by the players. Because if you put
Right.
it in by the players, it's considered gambling.
Gambling.
That's illegal. Not that stopped all the pachinko parlors or whatever like that. But, you know.
they're not going to carve out that exception for video games.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But, Hearts United Group, subsidiary of ATUS, owners of 4Gamer, Shochiku Broadcasting, and ATUS, it's gonna be interesting. And then Markman has just been talking about that he's planning to announce a bunch of stuff at Tokyo Game Show.
Tokyo
coming
Game
up
Show.
this
I think it's
weekend,
like the second day of Tokyo Game Show. They said it's gonna be streamed.
There's like
They
some
have an
crazy
announcement.
panel. Like even the SNK is gonna make all their announcements at the Evo panel.
Yeah, a
Like-
lot of people are announcing stuff at it. It sounds like
Yeah,
it sounds cool.
So that's actually crazy, dude. So good stuff.
Dude, Evo Japan, it's happening.
Yeah.
It was like happening for a long time, right? It was like, yeah, Evo Japan is gonna happen eventually, but now it's like for real, it's happening.
I mean, they were going to have one, and then the giant earthquake happened in 2011,
Yeah.
and they ended up not doing it.
Exactly. Yeah.
The part that made me sad about it, honestly, was like I got to make the Evo Japan trailer, and it was one of my favorite trailers that I made because we actually got people from Japan to do voiceovers for us, and so it's like that crazy exaggerated Japanese voice, and
that's
like
sick.
it was a sick trailer, and like I was really
Did
sad.
that never see the light of day?
Oh, the trailer made it
I
out.
don't
Like, it was
remember.
super hype at Evo. Like, people saw it, went nuts, and then it just got immediately canceled,
sucks.
right? So,
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, it's
wonder
so
if
it's
that
so
trailer's
cool that
out
it's
there
happening
somewhere.
though. Like I'm
Yeah,
so excited
yeah.
to see how it is, and I hope a lot of people travel. I hope they fly out commentators over to Japan. You know?
Dude, yeah.
Would be
I've
fantastic.
never been.
A lot of people speak or understand the English language, and it might be valuable to have some people who can commentate natively.
You for sure bring
In
up
that
good
tongue.
points. I'm
That's
gonna learn.
right.
I'm gonna learn all these obscure anime games that they're gonna put on the lineup, so I can do English commentary for it.
Yeah, they're just going to get Giuna to do, Street Fighter.
That actually would be pretty cool.
He's gonna just root for the guy who reminds him more of Daigo. He's just gonna be like, this guy kind of looks like Daigo. I'm gonna root for him. He seems cool.
In other news, CEO Taku I mean, I have here $1,000 pop bonus from Atlas for King of Fighters 14. My bad, but they're actually getting pop bonuses all over the place. There was like an anonymous donor who upped the pot of Catherine, and it wasn't Dacid Bro. And like I know, like Nitro Plus Blasters has like a.
Shabali announced that if more than 200 people enter Guilty Gear,
right,
he will put in 2,000 of his own monies towards the pot.
Mm-hmm.
So
lots of stuff, and they were at like 156 right now. I think.
Yeah,
it
they're
was,
getting close
from the tweet. So yeah, shout outs to CEO Otaku. That should be fun. Unfortunately, it's on the same weekend as TwitchCon and the same weekend as that ESL Brooklyn. So
that is unfortunate for sure.
It's gonna be a rough weekend. It's gonna be a rough weekend.
Like the saturation of events makes it so.
It's
hard
happens,
now, right?
But I mean, like this is like before it was like this sucks, but now it's like God, it's happening all the time now. So
remember it was like that for a little while, maybe like 2010, 2011, 2012, and then the events started to like.
Because there was a lot of events that came in that didn't do well.
Yeah, for
they
sure.
were bad.
For sure. Yeah. And then we got back to like a more reasonable, and now it's getting crazy again. I wonder if it's going to get paired.
Yeah, I think KI. Not KI here at CEO Otaku is probably not going to be there. So, but also they announced that CEO 2017 details, right? So they announced the dates. The hotel registration is going to be coming soon. But he officially announced that it's going to take place at June 16th through 18th at the same location. Most likely going to be the last time it's going to be at that event because he needs to move into a bigger location because that place just doesn't.
And he said he was trying this year to get a bigger location, but he just couldn't find anything. So it's like, all right, we're going back.
Everything was already booked up.
Right.
So, there you go. So, but he is making sure that there's rooms at the Wyndham and at the Hawthorne Suites next door, so there's plenty of room for people to stay.
Yeah, I stayed at the Hawthorne Suite.
Yeah, we did too.
Yeah. Also, Europe's premier CPT event, one of the upcoming premier events, EGX 2016. The sign-ups have been extended through September 16th, which is 3 days from now. So if you want to make this event, if you've got 3 days to register for it. So the event itself is going to take place on the 23rd through the 24th of September. So that's a premier event. So again, one of the last premier events where when you win, you qualify automatically. Right. Or if Infiltration wins, then he just turns it into another.
I hope he does.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's gone.
Yeah, I hope he wins everything.
I feel like he
wants chaos.
I mean, that's what Anakin is doing right now. Anakin's causing mad chaos in that Tekken World Cup.
Whoever has to fill it out, whoever has to figure that out, the bracket, it's probably Rick. It's probably gonna have to come up with some crazy format for the Tekken Tour. But what's it called? Infiltration hasn't really traveled and played outside of Korea since after Evo. He won and was just disappeared back to Korea. And there's footage of him playing some other characters recently and stuff, and so I figure he's gonna come into Capcom Cup and have a bunch of characters ready and be super good. So.
He's gonna bust out Hugo on Snake Eyes again.
That was sick.
And Hugo's not even in the game, and somehow he's gonna get access to the character.
He's gonna play my Dream Akuma. Oh my god!
Dude! And then he's gonna be so broken. Oh. And then watch he loses with Dream Akuma, and it's what?
He would not lose with Dream Akuma. Dream Akuma was too strong.
Frosty Faustings 9 was announced. It's going to be taking place January 27th through 28th at the Waterford conference. They're going big this year. So what I had heard is they are running 30 games at this event. And normally it's been a 2-day event, which is just Friday and Saturday.
Still a 2-day event?
I think it is. It's supposed
27 and 28, 28, so it's got to be a 2-day.
I don't know how they're going to do that.
Crazy.
But I heard it's 30 games, and ST wasn't one of them, which was weird. But they're running a
looks
lot
like Marvel
of
2 is there, Rocket League,
what?
Mystery Tournament.
I want to go into Rocket League, dude.
Dude, you and Rip gotta go on.
Yeah,
do
you play the Rocket
I'll not
League?
play with Rip. Is not gonna be on my team. I'm sure he's.
You changed that sentence very carefully. I like it.
He'll be on another team of winners, but
well done,
I play with Infilament. Infilament is so good.
Oh, okay.
That fool is crazy.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, we would.
But yeah, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Lots of games that are gonna be taking place there. So of course, the coolest thing about Frosty Faustings is that it is always an anime game specific, like specializes in that.
Yeah, Lethal League. Where's Lethal League, dude? I was pretty nice at that game too.
Is usually the who was the one who tried to challenge you to Lethal League?
One of the Screw Attack guys.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah. It was Chad or somebody.
Yeah, because they he likes Third Strike. He's a big Third Strike fan. We were talking about that all weekend. He was like, "Yeah, I'm nice at Third Strike." Strike, and I was like, I don't play it, but I can play Chun. We'll just watch Chun. And then he said something about Lethal League, and I was like, oh, come on, man, you don't want to get involved in Lethal League. My Candyman is insane. I have a sick Candyman.
Okay. What was his special power? He was the one that had the teleport ball, right?
Yeah, it would come out the other side, right? It was like Pac-Man when you went through. Right, I was sick with Candyman and one other character. I don't remember his name. Man, Lethal League is ridiculous.
Wait, you know what Pac-Man is?
Yeah, I was sick at Lethal League. That's the moral of the story.
Actually. You made a Pac-Man reference. It's like if you was talking about Gone with the Wind or something.
It's like, I was just going to say, it's like people, Gone with the Wind or like Shakespeare. Like, you know what Shakespeare is.
Right, exactly.
I'm nice at
Pac-Man.
Lethal League. I'm just saying, when I see him next, I'm getting Lethal League on something. We're playing.
That guy was pretty good at video games.
Who?
The dude you're talking about.
Oh, the Screw Attack
Screw
guy?
Attack
No, yeah,
guys?
definitely.
Okay,
the Screw Attack guys are awesome, by the way.
Pretty good at video games.
Those are cool dudes.
FV Cup
They're good at ping pong,
2016's
too.
FV Cup 2016's final Capcom Pro Tour ranking event is now open for registration. So that'll be taking place in Malaysia.
Do we know how many more premiere events are left for it?
Well, obviously
We
that
could.
EG,
Tokyo Game Show, right?
I can
EGX.
I can
We
bust
could
it up.
look that
Canada
up
Cup
pretty
and
quickly.
SCR.
Canada Cup and SCR, so that's like 4.
Yeah, let me just look it up right here.
I'm real curious, right? Because I feel like we're
so fast.
he did that quick. We're near the end.
Oh, he almost got it.
Schedule. Let's see.
There's only so many left, right? It's got to be.
So here we go. Upcoming events. Premier events, Japan Cup, that's this weekend. That's the Tokyo Game Show, right? EGX, which is the one I talked about a little bit earlier, the one in Birmingham, England. Southeast Asia Majors. Dude, their shirt was really cool. They had a nice little shirt for that premier event. That's coming up on the second weekend of October. SoCal Regionals, the third week of October. And then also that same weekend is Milan Games.
Interesting.
That's a premier event. Canada Cup will be 2 weeks later.
Oh, that's the regional finals. Milan is the regional finals.
Oh.
Then you have the regional finals for NA,
all those events,
whatever,
so,
Latin America, etc.
Right. Okay,
so really, it's just like what Canada Cup, SCR, SEAM, EGX, and Tokyo Game Show.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
so there's
just
5 left. 5 left, and then the regional finals, basically.
Yeah. Sick.
So, but the regional finals, I mean, we should count them too because they're open brackets. You can just enter them, right? Okay. So it's just that the people who won all the ranking events get flown there for free, basically.
Gotcha.
So it's not like it's limited to them or anything like that. So it's still just an open bracket tournament. Right. So they might as well just
so like
very confusing.
The format is like day one is like the open bracket to qualify for the top 16 bracket, and like you do well in this, and then you're in the top 16 bracket, and the guy who wins that's in. Isn't that how it works?
At the premier event?
Are you talking about
at the North America?
You're talking about Red Bull.
Yeah,
is that how? Does it not work for the other ones?
No,
Red Bull's its own shit.
The other ones are all just open bracket.
Yeah.
What?
So not
even all the regional finals have the same format.
No, all the regional finals are just open tournaments.
So look,
except for Red Bull.
No, Red Bull has
including
two.
Red Bull. Look, Red Bull's proving grounds.
You got me.
You got me.
They send somebody to the open bracket.
Yes.
The battlegrounds.
So all the stuff that you're talking about is going to the proving grounds, which is taking place in Santa Monica.
Yes, that makes sense. Yes, man, what a silly bunch of formats we got going on, right?
It's not confusing at all.
It's so absurd. This is the second time in this show it doesn't have.
Have you ever seen those art installations where, like for example, at the Bellagio?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Have you know the big old chocolate thing that's like all the chocolates floating down the fountain? Have you seen that?
Yeah.
That's what I feel like the qualifying for Capcom Cup is like, where there's like all these redundant spaces.
Right.
It's like funneling down, and it's like kind of weird.
But
And why is it going to the left and going to the right all of a sudden, rather than just having a funnel?
Right. It doesn't make any. There's like you would.
It's artistic, but it's not efficient.
You go to an event and you get like global points, but also there's regional points for the regional finals.
All these little things,
global
chocolate.
Flowing river of chocolate is cool no matter which direction it's going.
Yeah, but it's confusing.
But this is confusing, and not delicious.
You're right. Yeah, like at least when you look at it, you're like, it's still chocolate. I can eat it.
By the way, when I went to the Bellagio, I asked, "Hey, do people eat this chocolate?"
Yeah. No.
They just keep running the same chocolate.
Ew. That's kind of gross, actually.
No,
now that's not... Okay, now it's the same.
Now it's the same.
Now it's the same. It's kind of gross.
The guy was like, I'm not supposed to tell you, but...
Now it's gross. This is
the worst.
Okay.
Doesn't make any sense.
Anyway.
We are moving on to games now. Games news. Revealed trailer. Wait, actually, that was last one. Yeah. Revealed was the trailer for Urian.
Whoa, no one's seen that
came
character
out.
yet.
Yeah, so that came out, and
Oh, there's a trailer.
there's
for
an
it?
official trailer for Urian.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. And interesting they use different music for the U.S. and the Japan one. But
Oh, did they?
he looks really sick. He looks pretty
does
cool,
look cool.
so far.
One thing is that when he does the critical art, he doesn't explode
Yeah,
off the
his
suit
his
anymore.
shirt. That might have just been a hack on the PC, or was that? Was
No,
that
like
just...
if you play him on the PC right now, as far as I know, if you every time you do the critical art, he explodes off.
Okay. Yeah, it didn't happen in the trailer.
I
so-
know.
Yeah,
So
I wonder if that's like another outfit
well,
or something.
yeah. See, that's probably what they're gonna do. They're just probably gonna sell it as another costume because I think everyone's supposed to get like a classic costume. Right,
Very
at
important.
some point.
Everybody would buy it.
What does it sound like when you hit him and he's blocking?
It didn't sound like. Well, you never saw him blocking in
I
the
know,
trailer.
that's
It's
what I'm
the
saying.
trailer. Yeah.
What does it sound like
If
when
it
he
doesn't
walks?
sound like that metal noise, then we've got issues.
That is a problem.
That is problems. So
All right.
it was just like I was saying.
It's like if you made an Alex and he didn't say, "At ease, loser."
Yeah, that's the
or
worst.
you
What-
can't escape. Right?
Yeah. What if he didn't say those things? It'd be
What if
bizarre.
What if Elena was
What
an
if his
ultra
hair
and
was
her
outside?
background music didn't have bees in her head?
That would
that
just
would've been a
make
problem.
no
I
sense.
like the music though for Elena.
Oh, the music for Elena is sick.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I
dude,
love
yeah, at ease, Luza? Come on, that's too
Dude,
good.
so
That's
you
too
know,
good. Why
at
would
one of
you
the at
mess
one of
with the
the
established order of things?
at one of the betas for Ultra Street Fighter 4, everyone was going up to Combo Field. They're like, "You better put this in. Make sure this happens." Da, da, da. And I walked him and I was like, "There's only one thing that you have to do." And I was like, he was like, "What?" And I was like, "Elena's background music has to have beats in my head in there." And he's like, "Okay, no, we got that covered."
Yeah. David wrote him a huge, long napkin of information.
I did too in an email.
Oh,
before
okay.
that, so,
Yeah, I guess I wrote like on the whole front and the whole back.
Yeah,
Right,
you
didn't
wrote
I?
a lot.
I think I did.
That's like
It was
that's
just like incessant.
Empire contract status, dude. Like that's pretty.
Hey man,
impressive. Except you actually had to fill both sides. You had to
did
fill both
actually,
sides
yes.
because I don't think that would work.
fact, if we were to write a contract on this pizza, well, on the board anyway, on this, that would be legal. That would be a binding contract.
Nice. Good to
There's
know.
no requirement of formality.
It doesn't have to be on like a certain kind of paperwork.
It does not.
That was really anime of you.
What do you think of that bug with Birdie, that jumping light kick bug that turns into
Whatever.
invincible?
Who cares?
Yeah, exactly. That's what.
They'll probably fix it in the next.
Even if they
whatever.
don't, it doesn't even.
I know. It's one of those things. Like I think you said it best. It's like it just adds flavor,
Yeah.
right? Because stuff like that's existed in every game, which is why like I saw these people like, God, this just shows that Street Fighter V is garbage and it's so poorly made. And I was like, have you played fighting games before?
Any fighting game ever.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Makoto neutral throw. Hey, I'm invincible.
Yeah.
For absolute no Q, I can
Q
crouch up
ducking,
and down.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
you can't throw me at all.
Yeah.
T-Hawk, if I do low strong, hey, you can hit me up here for no reason because there's just this hurt box floating in the
2/3
sky.
of the way of stage.
Yeah,
Stage away.
exactly.
It's video games, man.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Uh,
Whatever.
Someone actually found a way to enable a bunch of stage transitions in Street Fighter V on the PC version.
Because they're like already in the game, but just
Mhm,
not implemented.
Right, and so it was really like it's not even stage transitions, but you know how like when you get kicked into the bus,
Yeah.
like they had that like on every stage, and
Yeah.
they showed them all. Like even one of them had a statue with a hand out, and when you get hit, you like get
Yeah,
caught
into
into
the
the
statue.
hand, and it was like so. One of them you get knocked into a coffin, and like all these other
Whoa.
things like that. They actually got that accurate.
Those are so cool. I
Those
don't
are
know why
basic-
you wouldn't want them on all the stages.
They probably didn't finish it. You
Yeah.
know, this is what I'm
Well,
thinking.
yeah, of
so
course,
yeah,
Because that's one of
hopefully-
the coolest things. You never get to see the noodles, but the noodles is so sick, right?
Mhm.
Like someone just getting a
That
bowl
was like one
full
of
of
the
noodles.
coolest things during the early reveals.
The,
Yeah.
the only
It
way
really
you could
was.
do the noodles well is if you maybe did like 3 out of 5 rounds to have a better chance of it happening.
It's so hard to
Because
do
the
stuff.
only way it works is if both players have to win a round and they both have to get knocked out on the left side.
No, you could do it in...
You could do it in the 3rd round, but you'll never be walking around with the noodle cup.
Because you could have round
on your head.
one, like you knock the wall out. Round two,
Mhm.
you get noodles.
Right, but then the game would be over.
But
You don't
the
get to
other
see
person-
them.
No, the other person could win.
Well, that's what I mean. So
Yeah.
both people have to win one round.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
And both of them have to get knocked on the left side
That's
to
not
get the noodles
unfeasible,
on the.
though.
Oh, well, yeah, it happens, but it's just hard.
Yeah, it's very
it's
unlikely.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
The transitions do not affect stage length. In fact,
Indeed.
when you go through the wall on that stage, they cut off the right side.
Yeah.
There's no more bus.
Yeah, exactly. Also, apparently Street Fighter V, if you love this high quality, well made one player experience, it is for sale on the PSN right now with the deluxe edition, which comes with the season pass and the exclusive PS4 theme. Originally priced at $90, currently available for $54.
Ooh.
So there you go.
Fancy. Sounds like a good time.
Which is kind of nice. I mean, you get all the characters that way because you get the season pass, so it's nice.
Ooh.
It's nice. Last Blade was just released on Steam.
Yeah, how was that?
Well, I haven't played it yet.
Okay.
I haven't played it yet, so I haven't tried it on Steam. I don't know if they have like an online or.
Last Blade 1? Or is it 2?
I thought it was 2.
That's what I thought.
Last Classic and
it's just the Last Blade, I guess.
It just says Last Blade, yeah. So,
Okay.
Call me when it's Last Blade 2.
Okay, fair enough.
Is David there? No, I'm waiting for Last Blade 2. Alright, I'll call later.
King of Fighters has announced that they are going to have a world championship coming in 2017.
Oh, sweet.
So King of Fighters 14, they're going to try to do their own Capcom Cup next year. So I think that's super cool,
That's
and that's
great.
a great way to keep the
Very fun
flames burning to fight. So
Yeah.
that didn't really work out.
I don't know if that's cooler than Rise Up or not. It's hard to say. Rise Up, you can make a lot of cool jokes about it.
Yeah, but Burn to Fight is just like such bad English that it's like kind of.
I feel like that's an 80s song.
Yeah, you're right.
Like Rise Up
Burn to Fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, Rise Up, you can just make fun of it. And it's kind of funny.
Yeah. I've made a bunch of.
Dude, we could just invent that whole song right now. I feel like
Burn to
we
Fight.
could just sing the lyrics immediately. They already exist.
Yeah, I know, right? Exactly. It's like some encouraging, like glamour, like hair rock band.
It's like it's over a training montage.
Yeah, exactly. Of
Game
course,
looks like it could have been made in the 80s, so it's like, oh!
big news, but
Boy.
maybe too late for some. Mortal Kombat XL is coming out on the PC. So those of you who like to play the game but want to stay all on PC, now is your opportunity to do so.
Yeah. I'm
lot
really
of-
happy about that.
I know a lot of people feel like it's too little too late. Like
Let me tell you why it's important. It reminds me of the netcode fix that they did, where it's future.
Yes.
It's for the
yeah.
future. So the netcode fix
Injustice
was
2,
like,
right?
man, when Injustice 2
Injustice.
comes out, we'll have this netcode for it. Now it's like, all right, now we know how to make a video game on the PC because we didn't before. So like, boom, dude. You know what? In my head, you know how this whole netcode thing went down? Like Ed Boon was sitting at his desk, and he's just like, Googling. He's like, what is rollback netcode? And he's like, wow, this seems really good. Why don't we have this? And he makes a phone call, and he's like, why don't we have this? And they're like,
Put
I don't know.
GPO in our game.
He's like, why don't you guys? I'm reading about this rollback thing, and it seems real good. Why don't you have it? They're like, I don't know. We could do it if you give us money. And he's like, well, our game only made $500 billion, so I'll give you $1 million to do it. And they're like, that's fine, Ed. And then they did it, and like it happened. That's probably exactly what happened.
And then he tweeted out, we got GGPO in our game.
That's like literally probably what happened. Like,
you know what? I think you have a little bit more faith in Ed Boon than I do.
I feel like that's the gist of it, though. He just like was like, all right, why don't we do this?
He did confirm that this perhaps coming out with the PC launch is a new balance patch.
Yeah.
So they might actually nerf Alien, so we won't have Alien.
Could you imagine Alien buffs and they just drop the mic?
You should definitely play Injustice 2, is what that would be.
Yeah,
they buff Alien.
Don't play this
that
game.
would have been a better way to kill the old game than Capcom doing that farewell Street Fighter 4 video.
What they're gonna do is they're gonna buff Alien and then revert the netcode to the old netcode and be like, buy Injustice 2. They're just out of there.
That would be the sickest thing.
So the MK community is like all coming up with what they want the patches to be, which makes sense. But like a lot of them are silly and it kind of pains me to say, but I'm pretty sure that's how the patches are gonna go.
Well,
it's not
okay,
gonna.
let
It's
me
like,
ask
look, Alien is not gonna be okay.
He's gonna get demolished.
He's gonna be off.
Right.
Yeah,
So
he's
here's
gonna
my
be
question.
Sure.
Here's my question. Who is the character that's just bad enough to get buffs, but over buffed to the point where now they're going to be the top tier character?
Very interesting question.
Devora.
Could be Dvora.
Okay.
If you give like, what if they just made like EX Stinger launch?
That's what Honeybee tweeted.
I know.
He's like, man, my EX Stinger thing is now plus and a launcher, and I was like, don't.
That would be
Don't
just
do
a
this.
terrible choice. I mean, it might be like her or Johnny or somebody who's like really good, but like
But see, that's what I mean. Like,
See, they're
not
saying Kenshi? No, it's not
Kenshi
happening.
is not even that great,
It's
man.
not gonna
Like, he
happen.
needs some
right.
love
But see, that's what I mean. Like the character that's not good, but still good enough that if they got the wrong buffs, that they're going to become the
Oh,
best.
man. I can't wait to see how
if
they
that
screw
dude
it up.
hadn't done so well at Evo with Kotal Khan, would have been Kotal.
Oh, you think so?
That character's good right now too.
That character's been good the whole time.
Yeah, he was. There wasn't a point in the game.
What
besides
about
time
what
where he was
about
always been good.
what if they buff Ferritor some more?
Yeah, they might buff Ferritor some more. Only one dude does work with him.
Right, and Ferritor I thought was good since the beginning.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Okay.
I really like their character designs, and I really feel like they need to work on the balancing factor.
Well, this is a little bit older news. So
Let's
when
see.
King of Fighters 14 came out, everyone was sad because the netcode sucked.
Yeah.
But then they were like, hey, wait a second, when we play this team battle thing, the netcode works
That's good.
fine.
Yeah.
What's going on? And SNK was like, what is going on? And then they figured out. So a lot of people are like, wow, look how quickly SNK fixed their netcode. And they did it. There was a bug that made it not work properly.
Right.
They fixed that bug, and now it was to what it was supposed to be. So now apparently the netcode for KOF is like super good. I haven't had a chance to try it. I intended to stream it one time, but then that's when Sanchez was like, I'm 2 blocks down. Let's play. And I
Yeah,
was like,
that's
okay.
way cooler than playing online.
Yeah,
definitely.
pretty much.
I've been
I got
watching Brad play it a lot. My
to-
roommate.
Oh, yeah.
He loves this game.
Dude,
It's really fun,
I
man.
played it, and the thing that impressed me the most, honestly, was that when I played KOF 13, it just felt like I had to do that rushdown thing.
Okay.
I had to play that way. Like every character was
Everybody
playing that
did.
way.
Yeah.
But when I was playing KOF 14 against Sanchez, like I was using, I picked Kenso because he's Chinese, whatever. And he's not a rushdown character. He's a Sony.
Yeah.
He's a fireball
Fireball.
uppercut character, and it worked great. You know what I mean? Like I could win that way because it wasn't like the rushdown rewarded. The damage wasn't skewed towards the rushdown guy and everything.
Awesome.
So it felt really good, and it felt like it was closer to like Uniel Street Fighter feel.
That's what he
The-
likes about it.
Yeah,
because he was not
yeah, he
feeling
played
Street
Under
Fighter.
Night.
Yeah, he played
Yeah,
Under
yeah,
Night, so he was not
uh-huh.
feeling Street Fighter as much. He's like the speed of the game was not what he wants.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then like he got to play this game, he was like, "This is sick." Because
Yeah.
remember when Uniel came out, everybody was calling it like KOF like.
Yeah.
So then
uh-huh.
KOF comes out and he's like, "This is awesome." And I'm watching him play, and like the netcode seems good, and like the characters all seem pretty fun. And
Yeah.
he's like, every time I come home, he's like, "Hey man, you get KOF yet?" Like every time, I'm like, "Oh."
It's a really
It's
good
so
game.
hard to. I'm just watching him play, and it looks so fun.
It's fun.
He's playing Chin, and Chin looks cool. I'm like, man, this drunken master character.
I
is awesome.
was surprised at how much, and I enjoyed it because also the other thing too is it's the responsiveness of the controls is so good now.
Yeah.
Looks
It's
good.
not like it used to
Yeah,
be
they definitely
where it was
improved
just
it.
like
And the combos are fun to do. Like there's
Yeah,
actual
yeah.
some execution
and
in
there's
there.
execution,
For sure.
exactly, which makes me super happy about that.
Daimon
so.
is super cool.
Daimon.
Man, Chang is the butthole of
Oh, Chang is so.
Yeah, he looks so bad.
Dude, I don't know what
like,
they did to him.
intentionally made bad. He's
Uh-huh.
like Third Strike Sean, where like they
Yeah.
designed him to not be good.
Dude,
It's
his
crazy.
crouching fierce, which hits like up, like most crouching fierces, like literally if you're standing right next to the guy, it just doesn't hit.
Yeah,
It
it's
just
crazy.
whips.
doesn't hit.
Yeah.
And then his towards
The
his
stand
standing
C,
just
that
doesn't-
thing is worse than Hugo's Toward Fierce ever was. It's
yeah,
crazy. I don't
It
understand
doesn't hit
it.
anything. I don't know.
I don't
what
Yeah,
you're
I don't know what's
understand
going
it,
on there. Character looks bad.
He
Yeah.
does look really terrible.
Looks
But I
pretty
mean, but whatever. A lot of characters are really interesting. They're
Yeah.
varied. It is a fast game.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying it so far.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, I know.
Also, Xanadu.
That character looks bonkers.
Hilarious.
Yeah, he looks so
Xanadu
cool.
is-
Hilarious.
Running through stuff and grabbing people.
Dude, have you
that character looks
seen
hilarious.
his crouching idle animation, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he looks
Where
cool.
He just
turns
sits there,
into
he's
a-
like,
That character looks dope.
Dude, he is the craziest thing ever.
He looks really funny, which is cool. Like I like it when games allow their characters to be funny.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they're not like our
Well,
game
they-
is so
they-
serious. There can't be funny characters.
I just like the fact that they took weird chances with that
Yeah.
game. So like Mien is like the most
Yeah.
mind-blowingly interesting
So
character.
that character, I'm playing. I originally was playing Nako because I thought that I could zone with her, but
Right.
that's not really. I mean, she can, but like
Right,
she's better
right,
played
right,
differently.
right.
So I'm playing as Mian just to like be obnoxious,
Yeah,
just to
pest
like
her, right?
She's so
just
hard
to stay away,
she's-
just
she's-
like literally to run away, and then all of a sudden, oh, I'm in your face and whatever, you can't do anything about it.
Yeah,
Like,
She's gonna
character
take a
looks
while to learn, but I
Yeah.
think once you do, she's gonna
High
be
ceiling.
like Reynold was playing her
Yes, I
and
saw
being
that.
really irritating with that character.
I
But
saw
like
that.
Angel, like her chain
Yeah.
sequence is really weird. You know, they just chose to do some interesting things in this
Yeah.
game. You know, Xanadu is just like this weird character.
Yeah,
He's fun,
and
dude.
like at the same time, there's like characters that you like
Yeah,
like Maxima is like the same ass dude, and that's
Yeah.
I like him a lot, so that's totally cool with me.
Yeah, all the same characters.
You know,
The
there's
characters
there's
that do the
this-
same kind of things.
Yeah, they're there, but then there's also these like totally
Right.
If you want to do
Exactly.
Sweep Fireball, you play like there's like a couple characters you just do that. And it's
Yeah.
like the style. There's a lot of characters like that.
I really like the game. I already kind of liked it, and then when I played it, like I wasn't sure I was going to enjoy it that
Yeah.
much, but when I played it, I was like, I really like this game.
Yeah,
with
game
you.
was cool.
Yeah. Also, so Shadow Lord's mode for Killer Instinct is coming out on the 20th. You had the ability to sign up early for it. That was earlier in the month, last week. So
I mean, the patch is next, Tuesday is when it is?
It's
and I think that's when the balance changes are all supposed to hit.
Right.
This is like the big 3.4 patch.
Right,
This is supposed to be the big shake 'em up patch where everything changes.
Are those changes announced yet?
No. We don't know what they are yet. I'm very curious because there have been like little things. They're like, Gargos is going to be harder to run away. They've like given us little things. Like Sadira's getting a new combo trait and like we don't know what it is. So there's like stuff like that. They've announced things like that, but like all the changes, we have no idea. And we have no idea how big the extent of the patch is. And I saw a combo video for this character today.
Oh, my is out in Dead or Alive. Came out today.
What?
Yeah, so
I totally missed this.
You didn't know?
No.
Okay, yeah. So now they have.
She fits that game like a
does.
T. That's
crazy. Yeah, she fits a game like TNA. So yeah. So,
wow. Good work.
In addition,
well, that actually just killed what my thought process completely. So,
your mind's distracted. It's
mission accomplished.
Exactly. But she's in there, so now it's not just Virtua Fighter characters. Because remember, Jackie, Sarah, Akira in this game. They added Mai in there, so she came out today. So you can pick her up.
What is next?
Apparently, she has a cheerleader outfit. Wow. Okay. Well.
What do you mean? I mean, come on.
Yeah, I know.
That's the whole reason she's in there.
Also,
if that's like her least lewd outfit, I'd be very surprised.
What's that?
If that's the least lewd outfit they do,
yeah, I know, right? I mean, she's got to have a swimsuit, something.
Of course,
right?
and like a bunny outfit. It's like every character has that. Even the guys.
The weird part is like whenever you see like all the
game,
female characters fighting and they're all in bikinis, I can't tell the difference between them anymore.
Dude, I'm totally with you. I don't know. I can't tell.
I'm glad it's not just me. Then.
No, man. I mean, it doesn't help that I don't know anything about any of the characters.
Right. And there's that Asian girl, and then there's the other Asian girl, and then there's the white girl, and then
isn't there like a robot or something?
I don't know. I thought that was Tekken, right?
Well, it is, but isn't there like a robot character or something?
I know nothing about the
some hardware news. Brook releases an updated firmware for the PS4 firmware version 4.0. So if you are one of the many people out there who uses a Brooks adapter on your PlayStation 4, they have an updated firmware. So you might want to pick that up and make sure that it works with the new PlayStation update. And then also, I wanted to read this before I got to it, but I didn't get a chance to. But there's a channel here. Which channel is this one? This is, I guess it's Shoryuken Tube, I guess. So user/Shoryuken Tube. But there's actually a video that talks about how to get, so basically it says that you can use this PC Street Fighter V guide to get any stick or pad working for Street Fighter V.
Yeah, lets you like map the controls or whatever.
Yeah, and just like what drivers you need to download for stuff like that.
Very nice.
So, which is really cool. Yeah. So if you guys are having trouble getting your joystick working on the PC version of Street Fighter V, go to Shoryuken.com and look up the Street Fighter V guide to get any stick or pad working on there, and that should lead you right there.
It's funny that it has that like vanilla Mad Catz T, and that's what I use, and like you just plug it in and it works.
Yeah, I know.
It's like just a 360 stick.
The original one worked the best, so yeah. That's just the one I still use.
Yeah, me too.
Well, actually, not anymore because now I have a PS4 stick because everything's on PS4. Right?
Definitely still do not have a PS4 stick.
Yeah. Okay.
Not in there.
Yeah, I probably won't. Unless I need to.
Yeah, I don't either.
Like some developer comes out, but everybody uses Lab Zero's drivers.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So, obviously with varying degrees of convenience,
but,
but they still use it. So lots of really cool community things because we've skipped the past couple of weeks. So lots of neat things here going on.
Let's hit it.
First of all, Guilty Gear Crash Course series of videos is continuing forward. By Novril Tataki. Novril Tataki, you can check him out at youtube.com/NOVRILTATAKI. And this one is about instant blocking. So the latest episode is about instant blocking and why it's useful and how to get good at it. So there you go. Also, our man Sejam here.
Oh yeah, I did that.
Got to celebrate the 200th episode of Killer Instinct Rough Sets with the special 1st to 10, and you did commentary on it. This is the sets that were played by Base, right?
Yeah, Base versus Sea Dragon. So that's 2nd and 3rd place at Evo. And they played a 1st to 10 online. And they played on this new Gargo stage, and I can't tell what the hell was happening during the whole set. I don't know where the corners are in that stage because I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, okay.
And it's like Final Destination, but you can't tell when it ends.
Right.
I literally said in the video like it was like Cinder versus somebody, and I was like Fox versus Sheik, Final Destination. Here we go. I can't tell what's happening. It's like impossible. But yeah, check out Base's channel. All kinds of cool content on there, and he posted a Street Fighter. He's posting Street Fighter stuff on there too.
Is your commentary on the Base's channel?
Yeah.
Okay. It's
so
on
if you go to that video, it's the video opens, and I'm like, "What's up? Here we are. Let's do it."
Okay, cool.
It's me,
Sweet.
so.
There you go.
It's you. Fantastic.
It's actually David. But
Also, LCD and UA Base are also doing a new Killer Instinct podcast apparently.
Oh,
so
nice.
they have a.
Well, it's like a one-time thing.
Oh, this is just a one-time thing. Oh, okay. So they did
a State of KI.
State of KI podcast.
I'll check that out.
So
cool. Thanks.
Yeah, you can check this out. This is also on YouTube. Just do a search for State of KI podcast. That should lead you to the right videos. So
Sweet.
You can listen to them talk about that.
I did my own version of that today on my Twitch channel.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll check that out too.
Significantly better.
Desk was actually messing around a little bit. You know how like you can hold left and right on the controllers and stuff happens? He actually found a way to make that useful in Street Fighter V.
This video was absurd.
This is pretty sick, actually.
Okay.
So what he actually figured out was that like when Cammy does EX dive and a stand jab, if you hold the sides on both controllers, forward always takes precedence over walking backwards.
Oh,
So once you start walking under them, your character does this, and there's like just no way, and like you don't know what side you're ending up, they don't know what side you're ending up.
Right.
So it's like a true 50. You can't even guess. You know what I mean? Like you can't even like be like.
Correct. You have to just guess.
Yeah, you can't, or you can't even be like last time he crossed up. This time I think he's gonna do it again because
He just ends up on one side.
It's just like you just see the character go.
Can you just do this?
So if you're
switch over and over?
holding left and right
on the pad, on the pad. So one on
then
analog.
forward always takes precedence.
Yeah.
What if you hold right and left?
They
Is
both
the same
count as
thing?
forward. Yeah,
Okay.
they both count as forward. So because one of them is going to be holding right, one of them is going to be
Yeah,
holding
I
left.
just wonder if it's the
yeah.
opposite.
It's super hilarious.
Yeah,
I was
but
watching it. I was
it's
like,
I just wonder if there's a way to make it always block.
Oh yeah. No, he was testing that and he couldn't get it to
No,
work.
that's why it always goes
But,
to forward,
yeah,
so that way you can't block.
You don't even actually 50-50 yourself because you just do it when they land, stand, medium punch, and you're like, hey, let me hit confirm this easy to hit confirm combo.
Yep.
It's just only the guy in the air that has.
Yeah, he
problems.
did it off like Cammy X dive kick, and he just jab, and he just
Yeah.
under, and then it just happens.
Yep.
Sick.
It was. He like slow mo's it, and like literally the character's just like going like this weird. But the funny thing that he actually did show was that he'd made Dalsum air teleport, and he had Ibuki do it under Dalsum, and Dalsum keeps turning around after the air teleport. So he actually auto corrects depending on the side that you're on. Really
I guess I knew
interesting.
that. Yeah.
It was very, very funky. This video is really cool.
Yeah.
Desk finds the craziest, coolest things. He was like, man, I can't find any more crazy combos in this game, so
Yeah,
now I have to find like these crazy game mechanics.
Almost guaranteed it'll work on hitbox, right? Oh no!
it shouldn't, right?
The hitbox has that. The board is done in a way
yeah.
that if you push two of them at the same time, the second one wins or something.
And
like
this works
that.
because you can use both D-pad and analog on
Yeah,
that. That's the
on
reason
the
it works.
PlayStation
So I guess
4,
if you had there shouldn't be another way to do it, right?
I mean, you could wire up the hitbox however you want.
Yeah,
but if you
yeah,
buy it from the actual hitbox hooks, then
Right. Oh, okay. Right plus left is a neutral state.
Neutral, so
according to
you get
Wasik,
them.
Gotcha.
To Wasik. Also, Corey Gaming came out with another video. Of course,
These guys are the
Gerald.
best. Yeah.
Gerald is awesome. I mean, it's literally one guy who's doing a lot of stuff here.
Dude, he is the best.
Gerald does great stuff. He did a video on frame data and like hitbox priority and stuff like that to kind of talk about what makes a move overpowered and stuff like that in very basic general terms.
He uses like real world examples. So he shows like a UFC fight, and he shows like a person doing a high kick, and is like showing like here's the startup of it, and then the hitbox,
awesome.
and then recovery frames, and it's like, and then he's like, and here's Ryu standing roundhouse now, and it's like startup, hitbox,
cool.
recovery. It's like super great.
It's just really well edited. That's the thing. He
Right.
uses a lot of clips and stuff like that.
He uses like a baseball swing.
Yeah,
It's like
the
an example.
FADC baseball was amazing.
That was sick.
Yeah.
But he uses like a baseball swing, right? So it's like start up, and then like it's like active frames, and then it's like recovery.
And he's like,
on
you
the way
can
back.
cancel the recovery. So this is what baseball would look like if you could FADC a baseball swing.
So he like
and
hits
so
it, and then
boom, and the guy's just like running already.
He even did the yellow flash.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
It was,
That's awesome.
It was
It's really
amazing.
good.
It was amazing, dude. But
really
yeah,
cool.
check
All
that out. You can see that at youtube.com/ Does he not have a official channel name? Just look up core-a space gaming on YouTube and you will find it. And this one is called Analysis What Makes a Move Overpowered.
If you haven't seen it yet, you should watch his Evo videos. They're really good. All the content on this channel is crazy, but he did a 3D Evo video.
It was a 360 Evo video.
Right, so it's like he has a camera that records all around him. So he just walks around the Evo venue and you could...
while you're watching the video, you drag it and you can see
the whole venue.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's really interesting.
It's really, really awesome. So if you didn't get a chance to Evo, it's really cool to watch it because it's like, this is what it looks like. And if you did go, it's super awesome because you get to see it in like all these different angles.
Cool. Okay.
I was like, hey, I'm in this video in this part, right? And I like 360'd because there was a match happening and it was like, boom, there I was. And I was like, I know exactly where I was. It was super sick.
Right.
That's crazy.
So Ian to the Max has been continuing the casuals articles on Red Bull Esports after Bizarro Mike has left. Latest one that he did was of Nerd Josh. Really, really long time member of the community, really cool guy.
Yes.
So I recommend checking that out. He's such an interesting guy to talk to about fighting games.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
He's kind of like he's like that Viscant kind of person that when you talk to, it's just like everything they say is just like it's like, oh my god.
He's like such an encyclopedia.
Yeah, it's crazy.
More than almost anybody else I know.
Yeah, really, really cool stuff there. Also, Red Bull, they did a cultivation series for Snake Eyes. They're doing now one for Leffen, and I know they've had a couple of videos out now. I think it's like 2 or 3 videos for his cultivation series. So if you want to know more about this guy who's been causing a lot of drama in the fight.
Have you watched it?
I haven't seen any of it yet, no.
I've definitely watched it.
What did you think?
It's alright. I like Snake Eyes' videos more. Because he's actually like, traveling and going to events and doing stuff. And Leffen's situation is like, I can't go anywhere. So that's how it is.
Okay, you're right.
Okay, so it's like, Leffen's like, my visa's still not working.
Yeah.
And then they're like, so let's talk about his background some more. And it's like, there's only so much you can get from it. Because to me, my favorite thing is really produced content for anything. Like, I like, so TSM does like this Legends series where it's like, they do that. And like, so any kind of produced content like this, I'm a huge fan. So I like Core Gaming videos. And, like, these are cool, too, so I'll watch them. But it's, like, there's no meat, right? There's just, like...
He's kind of stuck,
there's, like, interviewing people who played him. And he's like, 2 years ago we played at this tournament, and it was great. And I'm like, oh, what about now? It sucks.
It does suck, yeah.
There is some bad news in the Smash Brothers scene is that Hacks, one of the pro Melee players, is having really, really bad news about his wrist situation. Kind of, a lot of other players in Smash have gone through this, most notably Mewtwo King. I know it was, PPMD had a different problem. Didn't have to do with the wrist. Okay. But yeah, obviously the GameCube controller, not meant to be used the way that players use it. I actually saw, who was the player that I saw that is going to, and it's like a prominent Smash player is entering a Smash tournament with the Smash box.
I mean,
TPU.
Oh, really?
Yes.
QQU?
Shout
Okay, yeah.
To Kevin. We talked at PAX about
Oh,
that.
really?
Yeah, because he was up at PAX, so me and
okay,
Spencer and him and Steve hung out. But he streamed himself playing on the Smash hitbox, the Smash box, and I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. Because I know how to use a hitbox.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm watching this, and I'm like, this is so sick.
You can do so many cheater things.
And so, like, he was saying, he's like, my hands are kind of tired. And so, like, him and SFAT are, like, the best team in Smash, right? They're the best melee team. So they're entering a tournament together in teams, and he's playing on the Smash box.
Sick.
And SFAT's playing on controller, so hopefully they win. Right? Because he's like, all right, I got to try to carry this. But,
really cool.
Dude, there was some stuff he was doing where he's like, I can do this easier on the Smash box.
Some people say he's playing right now with the Smash box.
It
was
at
today.
the Foundry. He's playing today.
See,
he was streaming it, and I tweeted out the stream, and I was watching it, and Dustin was in there telling him stuff about the hitbox. It was super sick.
If you want a long term, if you expect Melee to continue for the next 5 or 10 years, and
those fools' hands are gonna fall off.
I just don't see any. I mean, like, we've already talked about the hitbox, where it's just like pro Street Fighter players should be moving to this because it's just the best controller out there, right? But the thing about it is, for Smash, it doesn't even matter. Like, I don't even care if it's better or not in terms of what you can do. It's just the fact that you're not gonna kill yourself using this thing. I think is super important.
Like, I've always thought that controller was terrible for long term gameplay. It's fun to hold, like, temporarily, but not long term.
Your hands cramp.
And but I was surprised to have talked about it with Smash players, with Melee players, and they all have said the same thing. Yeah, I'm used to it. It's what I use, but it's a really badly designed game.
They will say it. They've been playing on it for like 10 years now.
Their
hands are messed up.
Yeah, and they can't. They're too scared to change over because obviously you're gonna see your performance take a huge dip as you start. I mean, that's what Clockwork did when he first started playing Marvel, but now he's winning again, right?
Yeah.
So. I just think it's the right course of action. Like Mewtwo King, like he should probably learn to play on this controller. You know what I mean?
Probably.
It could save his hands.
Anyway, so Hacks, what he's told that he has a calcified flexor carpi ulnaris in his forearm. Dang, that's the ulna, I guess. That is.
It sounds disgusting because it's so
sucky.
hard to pronounce, dude.
Yeah, whatever
It's
it is.
only worsened in the last 2.5 years. Yikes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really sorry to hear that.
And he said that he has pain in his hands not when he's playing Melee, it's like when he's walking around everyday life, he has pain in his hands.
Well, I know that feeling. So I mean, it's definitely it's a different issue than what I have, but like I don't know. I just like feel bad about it on a personal level because I know it totally sucks to have constant pain in these little guys and to not be able to play video games. He's better at Melee than I was at Street Fighter for sure, but you know, it's bad news. So I really feel bad for him.
Hopefully, I mean, he can figure out something, or maybe he can try using the Smash Box if he really wants.
I mean, if he just has pain in his hands in
it
general,
might be too late.
It's
too late.
Yeah, he's in a bad spot.
But also in the Smash community, Zero, of course, one of the best Smash Wii U players. Continues to put out content, videos on how to beat characters. So he has a video on how to beat Meta Knight. He has a video on how to beat Mario. And also the Beefy Smash Dudes, which is a group that used to put out a lot of good Smash content.
Okay.
Apparently they turned themselves into an esports team, and they're going to start sponsoring players and sending people to events now.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
good stuff.
Anti got sponsored by Immortals.
Yes, that's right.
That was some big Smash news too.
Really cool.
That's right. Yeah, so they've picked up a couple of Smash players already. Also,
there it is.
It
Okay.
is. Anti joins the Immortals as the first Smash Brothers player. So.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, nice work.
So that's all that I had. Did you still want to talk about Tokyo Game Show?
Sure, but also Lud got sponsored.
By
NS.
NS.
Oh, did we mention that? Oh, yeah, we did. That's right. Yeah, okay.
Earlier.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I'm super
I have the brackets right here.
Just want to hop into it?
Yeah. I haven't really looked up into them yet.
Yeah,
but
I have them here too.
Washing my hands.
Okay.
I ate that pizza.
You got it.
Yep.
I don't know, man. Is there anything? Have you looked into it yet?
I have not had a chance. I completely forgot to look into it.
like a bracket that has Ata and Christina.
Well, I mean, if we look at
gnarly, man.
If we look at Pool 1,
Gutex is in there.
Haitani and Gutex are in that one.
Let's go, Goots.
Pool 2.
Lord Goots.
I mean, the hardest. Oh, Kyabetsu is in there. Kyabetsu is in there. Gamerby is in there.
Oh, that's pretty solid.
The pools for Tokyo Game Show are just absurd.
Yeah.
They're crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen some that are just disgusting.
And don't forget, I mean, Tokyo Game Show is always where a player who, like, was kind of good always gets a chance to shine. 2 years ago was Peppadai. Last year was
Daisho,
Seth player.
right?
Daisho.
But you know, this time in this pool you have Goichi, Gonzalez, the Seth player, and Peter Susini. Flash is in this pool.
Dang.
These pools are pretty.
And these are small. These are 8 people each.
What is it, 16?
8 people each. 8
Is it
people
eight?
each. Yeah.
2, 4.
Oh,
You're right.
so people, if they want to check this out, go
all
to
wrong.
Beast APAC, beastapac.challenge.com, and you'll find all of them here.
Sen is out there, huh? Sen Chang?
Yeah, so
Oh,
Pool
cool.
4, Shen Cheng is out there.
Wow, Shen Chang entered as Shen Chang?
I know, right?
Whoa.
That's
Crazy.
I'm surprised he didn't enter as John Choi.
Taking the James Chen
Or
approach.
Bucktooth or something like that, right? So,
Nishkin is
also,
Nishkin.
I haven't seen that guy play much Street Fighter
yeah,
5.
that's true.
He plays
High
Nicole,
Buffy
right?
was really good too as
Oh,
well.
I've heard
right?
the name, yeah.
Yeah, High Buffy is
High Buffy is the Korean player.
Oh,
That
is he?
sounds right,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
He's the Korean player. Played with
I've
Punko
definitely
all the time.
heard the name a bunch of times.
Plays with
before in
Punko and
Street Fighter
Punko
all the
streams.
time. Here, let me also do one more thing here.
The Feely is out there.
Yeah. I've seen him talking about
Is
it.
that his first trip to Japan?
I believe it
no
is.
Probably
idea,
losing.
And then EBI, the Hakan,
Hakan.
Oh.
now playing.
Birdie?
I think it's Birdie. Yeah.
Okay. That was my guess, right?
I think you're
Hakan
right.
to
I think
Birdie,
that's what it is.
Aqua.
High Buffy is.
You know, you might as well just put it on the old stream.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you put it
that's
up on
true.
the,
Good
put
call,
the old
good
things
call.
up there.
I forgot. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So here we go. So this is Pool 7, which has
Rock
Aqua
Pond.
in there.
Yeah,
Rock
on
Pond.
streams a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And again, the worst part about this, all these players here are probably like super good and well known, and we just don't know the names, or we just can't remember who they are.
This tournament's gonna be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Or there's going to be somebody like Pepe Dai who like shows up.
Right,
It's
exactly.
Like, oh, yeah, amazing.
Pool 8, Alucard is out there. Sako is in that pool as well. Sasori is out there.
What a pool.
Interesting. That is a strong
I didn't know
pool.
Alucard was going.
Yeah, that's really great.
Cool. Pool 9 has Gachkun.
Who's got a sick Rashid.
Yeah, it's the only player that I recognize here. Someone says in one of the previous pools, Haridashi uses Bison. I'm curious to see how that's going to go. So this pool, is pool 10.
Oh, Jobin.
Dude, when he was in that team tournament and he had Daigo on his team, the sickest thing was watching him do just the most absurd things, and Daigo was just dying. He thinks it's like the funniest thing he's ever seen.
For sure.
It's like, I'm so happy this fool's on my team.
Yeah.
Look how many pools there are.
It's like 20-something pools, right?
32
pools. Jeez.
Yeah, so in
Chris
pool
T.
11, Chris Tatarian. Can't believe
Dora.
Chris Tatarian made it to Japan before I did. I'm so mad about
He got you.
Eita's in here as well.
And
Dora Bang.
Dora Bang.
Oh, yeah, Dora Bang. Okay.
That pool is crazy.
Black Eye Dora Bang, yeah. Then in pool 12, we've got MOV. And I don't recognize any of the other names.
Yeah.
Daifunka.
Got him.
Julio Fuentes in pool 13.
Hey.
Machabo.
Oh, Machabo. Oh,
Machabo,
cool.
yeah, also in pool 13.
Yeah, the whole Trinity's out there.
In pool 14, we've got Tachikawa's in this pool, and Oliver Ling.
He made it, huh?
Oliver.
Yeah,
Shouts
Oliver.
to him.
Well,
He's gonna win the whole thing.
Dude, he said like, what was it like?
Vanao, the Third Strike Ryu player's in there? Sick.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Gotta be playing.
But Oliver said like he got on the plane to go to Japan, and before they took off, he managed to fall asleep. And he woke up after like sleeping for a while. He was like, I wonder how far we are. Like they were delayed. He hadn't even left.
Oh,
he was so mad, dude. He was so mad.
By the way, I played against him a bunch recently. He's really good.
Yeah.
He plays a bunch of characters.
Before Evo, he was only focusing on Marvel because he really wanted to win Marvel at Evo.
Yeah.
And as soon as Evo finished, then he was like, now time to grind Street Fighter.
What did he get? Did he get 9th again?
Yeah, I think so.
God, it sucks.
Yukadon in pool 15.
Sweet.
I don't recognize any of the other guys.
Is this
Otafu.
a Yorick?
Otafu,
No,
Otafu, I'm pretty sure I recognize the name. In pool 16, Brian Papa. Oh yeah, he did make it out there.
Really? He's playing Inko first round.
Wow, that's hilarious.
He's the ST guy. He plays Balrog in ST. Yeah, I remember him talking about that. He was making it out there. KSK is in here too. Koichi, not Goichi. The other, the Koichi is in here.
Inko is in there too.
Yeah, Inko's in there. Yeah, that's really strong.
Man.
And we haven't even hit any of the Magos or Daigos or Tokido. Or
People were saying they
Gonchan.
couldn't find Tokido in any of the pools.
Really?
Yeah, so Tokido might not actually even be in the
how about
event.
that?
So, let's see here.
Kenneth Bradley.
There it is.
Kazunoko and K-Brad. Kami.
So Eita and Chris T are in one pool, and Kazunoko and K-Brad are in another pool.
Couldn't you like swatch
Character
K-Brad and
Chris,
Chris? Yeah,
right?
just like, oh man.
That's
so
crazy.
crazy.
Okay.
God,
Okay.
do we know what this is going to be streamed on? Is it gonna
Capcom
be,
Fighters, right?
Is it
'Cause
Capcom? It's a premiere event.
Oh, so
dude.
it should be on Capcom
God, I'm
Fighters.
so in this. Oh,
Yeah, I can't wait.
I'm watching this.
It should be good.
Oh man. Dako is in here.
Pugera's in there.
Pugera's in here. This is pool 18.
I'm not traveling this weekend. I'm just gonna sit home and watch.
Well,
Tokyo
we have the Vanguard event.
Vanguard's on Saturday, but I'll have it open on the phone.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
right? Exactly.
Oh yeah, great move by Southern California player Pugera. I mean,
Dude, you know when PL was playing Sonic Fox in that exhibition was during SCR Prelude last year, and me and Rip were totally just doing this on commentary,
Dude,
watching it.
even the ST, the EXEST event, I had Oz Hado on.
Yeah.
I was watching grand finals with like GamerB and stuff like that. So
Wow,
Ramasama and Abigen.
Abigen could be second round matchup. That's very funny.
Oh man, you know what? So the way that this tournament worked was that when you had to sign up for it, and they had to choose 256 players to go into it.
I mean, it was by lot, right?
Right, but I think they got to pick a little bit
did
because like almost every U.S. foreign player who entered made it in.
L.I. Joe's gonna be in the bracket.
Yeah,
somewhere, right?
and so really shout outs to the TGS crew for allowing a lot of these
Interesting.
US players to make it in here.
I know, it'd
think
be
it's so
big
cool.
shout outs to them if they just did a normal bracket. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
but,
big
you
shout
know.
outs to
Yeah,
them.
exactly.
So this is where Brent is.
Yeah, Brent.
This is where Umezono is. That's cool.
Okay. Next
Third
is pool
strike.
21. Ricky Ortiz.
Hanayama, huh?
Hanayama.
Tompi.
Tompi is there.
Do you even know who Tompi plays in 5?
Was it Laura?
I don't.
I am not sure.
Oh, I might. That
I don't
sounds
remember.
right.
I know I've seen Tommy play. I just
Yeah.
can't think.
Oh, here we go. Daigo, Storm Kubo, and Raiketsu.
Yo,
That's
that's
so cool.
unreasonable. Daigo versus Storm Kubo could be second round. Dang.
Jeez, this is crazy.
Unless
Oh, Joe is
Mike
not
and
playing.
Kazushi.
Someone says.
Oh, you
in
had to
the
leave
chat.
early because of work? Dang,
Yeah.
that sucks.
that's too bad.
In pool 23, we have Bonchan. Don't recognize any of the other names. In pool 24, we have Sonic.
Sonic is there. All right.
Nice.
Oh, Muteki Guile, yes.
Oh, that's him,
Guile,
Muteki
sick.
Guile.
Yeah, Muteki.
Super Turbo Muteki
Yes,
Guile.
Super Turbo Muteki Guile.
There's footage of him playing online against like a
there
bunch
is.
like
He's
Tokyo,
really
right?
good, dude.
Yeah,
He's
very
really good.
I gotta go look up this footage, dude.
Yeah,
I gotta go
he's
look up
sick.
this footage.
He's really good.
Someone's saying Tombi plays
Muteki Guile.
Chun-Li.
Oh yeah, he does play Chun.
Oh, that
right?
makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
He was giving Tokyo the business in this set I saw.
Alright, so
All
here's
right.
the last four.
So I know there are a couple more Americans in there.
Yeah.
They gotta be in the last pools.
Indeed.
So pool 25, we have Mago.
Man,
here.
if Justin was in this
Yo,
pool too,
Kumko is in there.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
All right,
So
yeah,
Mago.
really, yeah.
Kumko.
right now, like all the characters
the
matching
character
up.
kills.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
Justin's gotta be in the bracket somewhere too.
Oh yeah, of course. Pool 26.
Nemo.
Nemo is
Crusher.
in here.
Ugh, Nasser.
Nasser's here.
Crusher versus Nasser.
First
Yo,
round.
Nasser has played against Birdie a lot.
Yeah, he could do it.
Oh,
Man,
okay,
that would-
LPN,
wouldn't that be
yeah.
the most absurd thing? Man, Nasser makes it out of this pool and winners.
Like,
He
they're-
beats Crusher and Nemo. If he's on a good day.
I was just gonna say you can never count Nasser out. He's the kind of guy who
Dude,
he
yeah,
lives and dies by the sword.
But yeah,
Yeah.
here's the thing though. I feel like Japanese players are better at fighting that because of the single elimination
Because
stuff.
they all play first to one, single
Yeah.
limb, and they've played a bunch of Nassers before.
but
that's
yeah,
how
no,
I-
the point still stands.
Eric
for
and
sure.
Jobin.
Yeah,
I always want to think about Nasser like that
Jobin.
because I've played him online a bunch myself, and whenever I lose to him, I always think I'm such an
dumbest,
idiot.
right?
I can't believe I can. But I see other really good players
Yeah,
get hit by it too. So all right, man, good work to you.
Filipino man lost to him at one of the turns. He beat Haitani, and then like the next round lost to the Nasser.
Yeah,
At like one of the first
He could
tournaments.
It was
always-
like West Coast Warzone or
It
something.
was like
that,
one of
yeah,
the very first. It was like one of the very first premier events. It was
Pool
like a final round or
27 has Dogura and Onuki.
Big Dan Mole.
There's a snake here, but I don't think that's Snake Eyes. So that's,
Yeah, I don't know if he's going or not.
I'm not
yeah.
sure. Oh, Nuki?
yeah.
So
Onuki.
Yo, what if it's Nuki versus Snake Eyes first round? That'd be kind
That would be crazy.
Pool 28 is Cien.
of... Okay.
And Magical
Girl
Zangitan.
Zangitan. Yes, Mahou Shoujo Zangitan.
Yeah,
All
there
right.
you go. Oh yeah, Maji Shoujo. Okay, yeah. I didn't for some reason. I didn't. Okay, yeah.
That's the only reason I know the phrase magical girl.
There's the Dabashi.
Guilty.
Yeah,
Guilty.
Guilty made it.
Oh,
Yeah.
John Takeuchi is in
What?
this pool.
Yo, she, by the way, I've talked with her briefly about this pool. Did you see this pool she has?
Yeah.
Where she has like the world's greatest Geef and Rashid
Yeah.
in the same bracket.
Dude,
It's gonna
doesn't
be really
Rashid
tough.
blow up Dulcim pretty badly?
It's not an easy match.
Because Takeuchi, when he posted up his matchup charts, I think he put
Heavy
Dulcim as his
advantage Dulcim.
easiest.
Yeah.
His easiest.
Oh, he did,
Yeah,
you're right,
He put
yeah.
that as the easiest.
Yeah,
game.
the matchup's no fun.
Yeah.
Ah, well, I'm really interested to see how she does.
Okay, here we go. Justin Wong in pool 30.
Shiro?
Ooh.
And Shiro is
Who
in
plays
here.
Nash.
Evans.
Oh, really?
Evans.
Shiro
is-
plays Nash from what I've seen.
Huh.
Such a weird pick for him, I think, but
Yeah.
He's played Ryu in the past.
Has he? Okay.
yeah.
Okay, previous game.
But compared to like an Abel pick, you know?
Yeah.
Pool 31 has Abao.
About, yeah.
Isn't it
Nancy,
Nancy?
yeah, is a familiar name as well. But I mean, like, I could make the comment like this one doesn't seem as strong as yet.
Who
like,
knows, right?
Who knows? Like,
Someone could win the
dude,
tournament from this
UMR Duke is just gonna come and just like blow everyone up with Laura or M Bison.
pool. Yeah, you don't know.
This is the tournament where an M Bison is gonna kill everyone, just
I
like
hope
Fuerte
so.
and just
I
like
hope
you
so.
know, like it's just gonna happen. And then finally in pool 32, We have Kindebu.
I
Ooh.
wonder who he probably got to play like
Stanek is a name that I've recognized, but
Yeah, he'd probably play Sean.
Sean,
That
right?
seems right. Yeah.
oh yeah, Kindebu always plays
Plays
the
the good
dirtiest.
characters.
Cheap
Yeah.
execution, fun.
Yeah.
For sure. I don't know about
So,
that.
but
So no
Kindebu's the
Tokido
name.
in this, huh?
Yeah, so
Isn't
I don't.
Yoshibiki somebody who I know? I feel like it is.
Yushibiki, and I feel like Stanek is somebody that I've heard of before as well. But no Infiltration, no Tokido.
Oh, and Lowland Lions somebody? Is that what that is at the bottom there?
Oh yeah, it looks like it. Altot, it looks like. So.
Alrighty.
Should be an
This is a
absurd
premiere
tournament.
event. This is a premiere event. This should be streamed on Capcom Fighters
I would hope.
because it is a premiere event.
Nash player. Use Kami and SF4 Yoshibiki.
Okay. There you
Yeah, I'm really, really, really curious about this tournament, how it goes. I have no idea who will win.
I just want chaos.
Yeah, I think that's what we'll get.
Yeah, probably so. Probably so.
So now there's a new calendar out there. So now I use FGC Cal. So tinyurl.com/FGCCal.
Indeed.
There's also tinyurl.com/STSCHED, which is ST-SCHED, which stands for stream schedule.
How do you spell sked?
SCHED. And so this has it all listed. So Japan Cup is going to start on Friday at 11 p.m. on twitch.tv/Capcom Fighters.
Sick.
The Commonwealth will also be this weekend on
Sick.
twitch.tv/The Game Store. So
Vanguard is also Saturday.
Yay.
You guys will be there too, right?
I think
I
so.
believe so, yeah.
All right.
Pretty sure I should.
Rip and I are going to be there. We're heading from our esports hike over there.
Oh,
I
that's
think.
right, yeah,
I think
that's
Steve will be
right,
with us too.
What?
We're going on an esports hike.
Is that a metaphor, or are you really going to go on a hike related to
We're not
esports?
really going to go on a hike, but it's an esports hike.
Yeah.
I'll
I
explain
don't understand, but okay.
I'll explain later.
But lots of cool stuff coming up. Yeah, again, this weekend.
Steve should be there too. Now that I think about it. Yeah, it should be.
Thunderstruck. But yeah, there you go. So I mean, obviously, Japan Cup is the big one this weekend.
Yeah.
I guess I'm not sleeping this weekend. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to skew my schedule a little bit. So.
They announced that there's going to be a team tournament at Vanguard too, right? I don't know why they decided to extend our day so I can't watch more of this TGS.
Well, did you guys actually watch any of Daigo's thing last night, the Super Turbo stuff?
Negative, sir.
I actually got to watch some of that, dude. So Daigo basically made a little not a round robin, but it was like one of those King of the Hill things, like if you get a 7-game win streak. But he basically got himself, and I think it was 7 other ST players. And these are the ST players that he says made him who he is.
Okay.
So these are like the old school guys, right? So Onuki was there, Kurahashi was there, and like it was like I was watching it. Yaya, the new Sagat player who like does way better with new Sagat than he should possibly be doing. They were all there, and dude, Kurahashi, like he got on the machine and no one got him off. He got the 7 win streak and he was like, I'm done. Like, and he just like, dude, he made
was he Ryu or Kyle?
Ryu. He made the most ridiculous comebacks. Like he was just destroying people. It was like,
It's really good.
I like ST. It's funny because we've been playing ST for 20 years. And it's still one of the main games that when I watch it, I still go, whoa, what the, when something
totally
crazy
agree.
happens.
Totally agree, yeah.
Like, it's still a game where it's like, something's happening and all of a sudden Ken just uppercuts and like, boom, the guy like loses all his energy. And I'm just like, what the hell? Like, Kurahashi did that.
all the energy.
Yeah, Kurahashi
sure.
was
With
just
that
like,
Dragon Punch
towards Fierce into Super, and like people would just get hit by it and all of a sudden they just lose all this life. And I was just like, what the
all
hell?
this energy.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god. Seriously, Kurahashi was ridiculous.
You gotta watch out for a spin kick.
Yeah,
spin kicks.
Because it's the one. It's so fast
What's
that
the
it's
spin
the
kick
one.
code?
It's the one game where it's still a legit strategy to just do something because the opponent's just not going to expect it.
Yep.
Even if it's as blatant as a jump.
Yep.
Like, I'm just going to jump. He's not ready for it. I'm just going to do it. And it works.
It's because there are no real mysteries in that game. So like you know all the options. Even if you see weird things, you like know the options, which means that you have to like get out of the box. You gotta do wild stuff
and
in
then
order to win.
just everything's just fast. Like
It's very
Honda
fast,
Headbutt has never been that fast.
Yeah.
Blanca Ball's never been that fast ever again.
No,
you
it's
know
one-
what I mean?
it's
Just
one
the
frame.
general speed of that game is insane.
Dude, it's ridiculous. And so it's like the one game where just things just happen. You're like, oh, let's try this. It worked. Like, but that's what I love about the game. That's what I love about the game. So.
It's wild and crazy.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Street
Okay.
Fighter, the solid fundamental game that it's always been.
Don't give in to the hype, man.
That's the best.
Don't give in to the hype.
Yeah.
That is the best myth that everybody who doesn't play Street Fighter creates.
Yep.
Every non-Street Fighter player is like, man, I'm gonna go play Street Fighter where the game is solid and everybody wins with the footsies and the fireballs, and you're just like, what Street Fighter are you watching?
Yeah. That's what everybody said when they were going from 4 to 5.
Of course.
Like, you're gonna take away focus attack, which is garbage. You're gonna take away uppercut FADC, which is garbage. And now everyone's like, uppercuts are too good. Uppercuts are too good in 5. This game is random, you know.
Yeah.
It's Vortex, like.
Yeah, I saw some Street Fighter 4 fans complaining about the fact that there was one chance into 40% damage every round. Okay, all right. That's not
like
exactly
the V-trigger
new.
cancel,
V-trigger canceling something rather than FADCing, which was available 2 times around.
FADC and Ultra.
Yeah.
Instead, you just do a V-trigger combo. It's the same thing.
Whatever. Anyway.
People would like to create some kind of excuse besides the fact that like I got beat by someone who's.
That's why Street Fighter 5 was
not accepting that there is nonsense in games, and there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, every game has BS.
You just gotta find a game that has BS you like.
Yeah. I mean, like if you're someone like PR Rog and you're just like, you know what, this game isn't working for me. But the way he states it makes, like, he's saying that it's his mentality doesn't work for the game. But everybody else usually comes if they can't win in the game. They're like, this game sucks.
Yeah.
It's the game's fault.
Right? These standing jabs are too good, right?
Or like, it's crazy, man. Did you see how Laura had 3 resets and then I lost the round?
Dude, one
reset, people won't quick rise on that stupid
man.
reset.
I know, I don't understand that at all.
Just quick rise. Yeah, I don't understand.
But it's just funny to me because it's just like you're complaining about standing light punch anti-airs when in the last game you lost 60% of your life from uppercut ultra, FADC ultra.
Yeah.
Like that was way worse than standing jab, you know?
Whatever, man. What are you going to do?
People being nerds.
Noids.
Noise. Avoid the noise.
So I've been, are we done? Do we have anything else to talk
about?
No,
I never done.
So, I've been picking up Ken in SF5.
Okay.
Just to see, because I feel like that character is really strong and not that hard to play. And so I picked it up to see if I'm wrong, because I was wrong in SF4 about Yun, who I thought was easy to play.
Yeah.
He was definitely not easy to play.
He for sure is hard to play, yeah.
For sure is hard to play. Whereas Ken is not hard to play. That is
he's not.
So far my conclusion is that he's not hard to play. But I'll tell you, I think it's because, in part, I've spent that time with Yun. So one thing I didn't expect was that I feel like he's Yun. I thought he would be. I thought he'd be Ryu, or like he would be Ken of previous game, but like slightly modified, or even Dudley.
Yeah.
Street Fighter 4 Dudley.
I think Balrog is this game's Dudley.
But Balrog. Yeah, for sure. But
I'm so glad the character's in there for Smug. Like,
Smug. But no, he's Yun. Like run is the same as the way that you use dive kicks.
Yeah.
The timings, the spacings of it are very, very similar. The hit confirms are really similar. Crouching strong, into strong. Okay, it's like the same. It's like the same thing. Yeah. He has the dragon punch.
You said the EX dive, the EX hurricane is like the EX lunge.
Yeah, it's like EX lunge because it's super. It's like obviously too good.
Yeah.
And everybody knows that, so they're looking out for it. So you can't do it.
I feel like Ken is having a hard time getting in. He made EX hurricane.
That's that video could be exactly the same.
Someone needs to do that.
But with SF5 Ken.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have the best buttons in the mid range, but like neither did Yun, and yet if you
Yun has great counter pokes though, just like Ken, right?
That's what it's
counter poke was strong.
Counter poking was strong, and with roundhouse, and it's like exactly the same.
Dude, counter poking with Yun with strong shoulder red focus is like Ken counter poking with low strong V trigger.
I'm telling you,
in a combo.
I feel like it's the same character. So if you're playing SF5 Ken because you're a Shoto player, like folks like Sanford, Chris, right? Obviously they're having success, like they're really strong players, but I understand why that's awkward for them because you're not playing a Shoto, right? Whereas Julio took to that character immediately, and he was awesome immediately because he's playing the same character, except he has a way better Dragon Punch and he has a Fireball. Yeah. So I'm telling you, the character is pretty good.
Learning Fireball game is hard though.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
especially with it's not a great Fireball.
No. So I mean, it's not even that important, right? Like you use it, but it's not that important. Yeah. Anyway, I feel like the character is really strong and not that hard to play, but I think that's because of my own experience of having played Yun already.
Shout outs to Julio, by the way. The week Street Fighter V came out, he was a beta boy, by the way. He was definitely cracking up before the game came out. Of course. The week the game came out, right, he went to Wizard World and played against Justin. and he was hit confirming the Ken target combos.
Yeah.
Like back strong fierce or medium kick roundhouse. And I saw that the first weekend that the game came out, and I was like, this is so sick. I was like, you're gonna have to do this to play Ken in the future, right? And like all the other Kens had to catch up to Julio hit confirming target combo and like knowing when to do run.
Like he
and,
had
all this
already
stuff.
been doing
like
those
he
things.
picked it up so fast.
Because
Like
it's the same thing.
I saw him doing those hit confirms the week the game came out, and I was like, man, this guy is crazy. He'll do back strong and hit confirm into fierce, and that was like such a crazy thing for me to see at the start of the game. But it helped me understand the character really fast because Julio was playing it, and like he figured it out really quick. From Beta Boys, but also because it's pretty similar to what he's playing.
For sure, dude. He played Street Fighter 3 and Street Fighter 4 young.
Well,
That's true, yeah.
Let me ask you this question then. So, having played him a little bit now and understanding his struggles a little bit more, where do you
think he is on the tier list?
Where do you think he is on the tier list?
So good, dude.
He's so strong.
Yeah.
Like, I was telling Christy this in Puerto Rico, because we were talking about it and he wasn't happy about.
He thinks Ken is like 7th or 8th
7th or 8th.
best.
That's
Yeah,
what he was saying.
just-
It's funny because it was me and Alex Vi. I think you were
And me
there.
and Ricky.
And Ricky Ortiz, and we were all like, Chris, come on, man.
Yeah, dude.
And so anyway,
I had this conversation with him at Wednesday Night
I
Fights.
feel like he has this conversation regularly.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
I mean,
I was like, I've been trying the character out, and he was like, yeah. Well, first of all, he went on a rant for like 5 minutes, but then eventually he was
He's like, it's hard, right? It's like the
yeah,
struggle.
yeah.
And,
But then he was
gotta
like,
play
well, so
on
how
point.
do you fight him so far? And I was like, dude, he's so strong. Like I feel like at any moment I could be in somebody's face and I'm a threat for 300 plus damage. At any moment I could run, like just run in. Oh, like is that safe? No. But again, it's like a dive kick, where if you're stupid about dive kicks, you're gonna get anti-air damage. They're not that hard to knock down.
Right.
It's the same thing with run. If you can space and time a dive kick, you can do it with run. And so you use that to get in. There you go. Or EX dive kick on the way in. Your very fast dash on the way in. Make somebody jump because you have a fireball and a ridiculous dragon punch that does 8,000 damage.
Right.
And if you ever hit anybody, you carry them 2 entire stages.
Yeah, instantly.
Yeah.
Instantly.
Yeah.
The combo, the Tatsu juggle, EX Tatsu for instant corner carry. Oh, it's so
like
hilarious.
the counter pokes are like so obvious. And so Chris was like, man, I have to space my stand roundhouse perfectly or else I'm going to get punished by foreign frame buttons. True. But man, imagine if a mid-hitting, pretty quick, good hitbox button that
Like a crush counter.
crush counters,
easily confirmed in the
easily
run.
confirmed, and does 1,000 damage and corner carries completely on hit.
Was safe.
What if that was safe?
And not only that, but
Wow.
if your opponent...
Thankfully it's not,
Right,
but it's only -4,
Right,
so space it well.
If your opponent is sitting there waiting for it, you just run or dash in their face.
There you go. If the opponent,
Yeah.
I mean,
There
like,
you go.
I don't want to make this like the Bash Chris T hour.
Chris
but,
is
like,
a very nice and smart guy. And
I
he's,
mean,
he's a great player,
I-
but he's a little bit too
I've
caught up
said
in
this. I said this to him. I was like, you have the potential to be the next great player in SoCal because that's a pretty prestigious line of players, of people from SoCal, right? Because he's like one of the best players right now in Street Fighter V. And I was like, and I told him, you're not gonna get there if you keep downplaying your character. I'm like, you're going to win if you know why your character is strong. But if you always think that your other characters are beating you because they have something cheap or that's something silly, and you don't realize how strong your character is, you're holding yourself back.
Yeah.
As soon as you
It's like a mental
realize,
block.
as soon as you realize why your character is so good, now you're gonna be able to beat people better. And Ricky was like, exactly, and Vi was just like, that is gospel. He's like, James is spewing gospel right now.
That is exactly what
It's
happened.
like when Justin told me, he's like, yeah, Karen's top 3 or whatever, forever going like 4, and I was like, what? And then he's just like dunking people. I'm like, all right, I'll give it to you. Maybe it's not even true, but like the fact that the belief in your character, the belief in your character is very important.
So I think
especially if you just don't think everything else that everybody else is cheaper than what your character does.
Yeah.
Like you can't complain about getting hit 2 or 3 times and losing the round as a Ken player because that's every round.
Yeah, you
That's
can
every
do
round
that to
for you.
anybody too.
But I don't want people to play low tier in tournaments. I don't want people to hamstring themselves. But that said, I do think it's really valuable to play low tier and understand how the other half lives.
Yeah, definitely.
Because if you do, then you can better see what the faults are and what the
Dude,
benefits of your character are. Me too, believe me.
When I played Cammy in Street Fighter 4, everyone talked about how good her dive kick was, and I was like, she's not that great, and all the stuff like that. And then I switched to other characters, and I found out the thing that made Cammy so good was her jump roundhouse. That jump roundhouse hit everything, and it reached, like, I played every other character, and I kept missing with jump roundhouse. All my longest jump attacks would keep missing.
Yeah.
And I was like, why am I missing this? And I was like, Cammy's jump roundhouse is ridiculous. And then that made me realize why her dive kick is so good. Because if you have a ranged move that jump kicks that far, farther than everyone else, and all of a sudden you can cut your jump short with dive kicks, that just changes like the whole thing. It's like impossible to stop.
Also, Cammy was really good in Street Fighter.
Yeah, exactly. And so that helped me realize that when I
Right.
played a bunch of other characters, and
Right.
She can do the same kind of thing in this game.
Yeah,
Her
exactly.
dive kick, and that's why she fights Ryu pretty well.
You feel like she does?
I definitely think she
Okay,
fights
okay.
Ryu pretty well. Now,
I still have trouble in that match. So
I've seen the light. Oh, my Ryu is Donkey. That character is so fun in this game. They did a good job. That character Ryu
He
is
was a
sick.
blast, dude.
Yeah.
He's so fun. I never thought I'd be a Ryu player ever.
Well, I haven't since Denjin, but I really
Right.
like this character.
Yeah, he's super fun. They did a good job on him. But yeah, like, you know, when you play weaker characters, you sort of like, when you play in a character who does have all the options and the tools and like it just works, you're just like, dang.
Like, so I've been playing
It's
mostly.
hard.
I've been playing mostly Geef.
Yeah.
I played a lot of Fang. I played
Yeah.
a lot of Bison.
Yeah, all the characters
I
you
did,
Oh my God.
I did play a lot of Ryu.
Yeah.
I played a lot of Ryu, who's very strong.
Yeah.
But like I've been mostly playing those other characters and Dalsum, who's not bad, but it's like you got to really work, you know.
Yeah, it's definitely
he
work.
got weaker as the
Yeah,
game
and he has
went on.
gotten weaker.
Yeah,
Right.
And then I picked up Ken, and it was like, wow, man,
Yeah.
like I am a threat constantly. you never have to You never have to. You always have to respect Ken.
Yeah.
That way. You always have to be worried. Is he gonna jump? If so, oh no, I lost the round. Is he gonna wake up Dragon Punch FADC because he can do that in this
Yeah.
game?
I'm just gonna. I mean,
Okay, like I lost the.
see,
Like,
the fun-
I
I
did the reverse, where I was playing Ryu, and then like the DLC characters come out, and I'm like, I'm really excited for Ibuki and Juri, and I'm like, man, playing those characters after playing Ryu is
Yeah,
hard.
okay.
It's very much like I'm like, man, there's so many like things here that as Ryu you enjoy and stuff, and like all the characters I was excited for that are not Ryu are much weaker. And then like I obviously play like every character in the game pretty much. Like I never like to play just one character. I just play everybody.
What is this? Tagmatic made
Oh
a
yeah,
thing.
that's pretty good.
I haven't seen this before. Yeah, this is a true. This is a
Oh,
true
yeah,
thing.
yeah, that's right, that's
where he
right.
made, I guess, a little pick out of the fact that I played Q for 7 years and I got top 8 3 times in various tournaments, and then I played Chun for a month and I got top 8 twice at Family Fun Arcade, which was the best place to do it in the country.
Yep, I played Nightwing for 2 years, Nada, Martian Manhunter for a week, boom, top 8 at SCR.
7 years.
Play top 2, dude.
Top 8.
I'm telling you. Look at that face, oh
Yeah.
1 month Chun-Li, 2 times. in
That
top
Capcom Cup,
It's true.
Ultra David skin.
It's true. I remember playing. I beat. Oh, I forget who the Chun player was now at Family Fun.
Are you talking Amir?
No, it wasn't
or,
Amir. Was it like
or-
Rao? It wasn't. No, that's the Japanese player.
No, you're talking about Kai?
Might have been Kai.
Kai, right?
I don't know. There was like
Happy Tang.
I don't remember if it was him or not, to be
Okay,
honest.
okay.
But it was like one of the top 3 best ones there in the mirror match, and I was like, dude, I've never beaten you like in my life. Like you and I have played 1,000 times, and I've probably beaten you 10. And now I'm in the mirror match, and I won. What are you like? I was happy, but I was also like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Right,
what was your
uh-huh.
life come to?
Yeah, like what's wrong over there?
Yeah.
How are you
Yeah.
not winning everything?
Yeah, this character's silly, right?
Oh man.
You know,
Anyway,
that's why like top tier characters are so fun. I
Yeah, it
I
is
love
fun.
playing top tier characters.
it's great. Like if your favorite character matches up as top tier, fantastic.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
I just find whoever I think is cool and is my style and is top tier. That's what I look for. I would never play a character I don't like. Like I can I can never play a character where I look at it and I'm like, this character's not my style. Like I just don't dig it. It's like
for
it's not my jam. I gotta find something that's sick.
For sure.
So that's like the best feeling. Man, when a character you really like is top tier, that is the best.
I'm just trying to think like right now. When was the
Like Cammy players, oh man,
When
how
was
do they
the
live?
last time? When was the last time? I mean, I guess probably Super Street Fighter 4 was probably the last time I played like a really top tier character with Cammy, right? Because I obviously
AE 2012?
AE and AE 2012, but I didn't play those that seriously. Like
Okay.
that's kind of when I started trailing off. Super was the last time I was really any competitive in Street Fighter 4.
Oh okay.
in my
I mean, I
opinion,
haven't
so.
competed since like
Right.
2012, but
Right.
I've certainly played a lot of games still. And sometimes the characters I like are great. Bane was crazy in Injustice, and it was a blast to just be a total jerk on
Right,
people's
right,
like
He was sick.
I could do silly stuff, and it was awesome.
Right now, I'm just trying. I mean, like honestly, like Guilty Gear is probably the next game for me to do that because I'm playing Johnny.
Johnny, but he got nerfed a bit. A bit.
Yeah,
right.
He's still ridiculous. I mean, Karinchu still won Evo, right? I mean.
Well, that was before he got nerfed, but.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that was before the
I played Kano and Kotal, and I thought that they were really, really strong even before they got buffed.
Dude.
And I kept on playing them, and it's like super obvious that they're amazing.
That game came out, and I was interested in playing Cassie and Kung Jin. Because I was like, these are the new characters. I don't want to play these old characters. And then, like, I was like, oh, yeah, they're both ridiculous. It was, like, so sick.
It's weird, though.
But the version I liked Spec Ops, Cassie, which was not the good one. Or not, is it Spec Ops? The one where she calls the missiles. It was not as good as the other two.
Yeah, it's pretty good, though.
I mean, I still have that weird problem, though. Like, if I do play top-tier characters. Like, I remember when CVS1 came out, I played Nako at first, right?
Yeah.
And she was ridiculous in that game.
Yes.
I just stopped using her because I thought it was just so boring.
Yeah.
I had that problem, I still have that problem.
Like, if you're used to being a low-tier warrior, to go to a top-tier character, I get it. I get what you mean by saying it's boring because you don't have to kind of invest in the same way.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's really fun to just be able to, like, have power in a game.
It's
like a fun thing.
I think it's not even just necessarily topper. Now that I think about it, it's not topper. I think I have that Cien problem. That he likes using characters that are unexpected, that people don't know.
Man.
I think that's just really what it comes down to. So.
I guess the last character. No, all those characters are more recent. But like I also played Hakan in Street Fighter 4, and I always thought that character was high tier.
Yeah.
And he kept on getting better and better. And so it was awesome to like play that character and do stuff.
And people
he was
had
so
no
mobile.
idea.
Even at the very late stage of the game, people got caught off guard.
Yeah.
It was cool.
The important thing is if you play top tier, you have to be honest that your character is top tier.
For sure.
Yeah.
People
Yeah. And honestly, like
I'm very honest tier enthusiast.
in Street Fighter 4,
I feel like I'm honest about it.
Like in Street Fighter 4, like that's the game that really made me understand, like, to look at my character a little more carefully, because I did think Cammy sucked for the longest time. I thought she was decent in Super, but when AE came out, I thought she was garbage in that game. And to be fair, if it wasn't for the Vortex and Unblockables, she wasn't that great.
She was a good character.
Yeah, she was good.
But she wasn't top 5 like everyone was saying she was.
Yeah, without Unblockables maybe.
But with the Vortex and all that stuff, when I realized that that's the character that she was, it was like, okay, yeah, I can see she's really, really good in this game.
Gotta believe in your character, James. She's good in this one too.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think she's. Every time I think about Cammy in 5, she gets better and better and better and better in my head. Like I think she's top 5 now. I have people telling me I don't think Cammy's top 5.
Right.
I'm like, you're wrong. Like you're wrong.
She's
dude.
fun.
She's top 5, dude. She's top 5.
I actually don't think she is, but.
Oh really?
I mean, it doesn't really matter if you're in. If you're in between 2nd and 8, everything's trying to stop. If you're in between 2nd and 8,
you're about the same.
Pretty much.
It really doesn't matter if you're 5th or 6th or 7th at this point in time. So.
Mika's sick.
Yeah.
That character's so fun, by the way.
But yeah, you just have to be honest about it, and like you can be honest about it.
Yes.
I thought that Sim was terrible in SF4, and I thought that Zangief was not top tier in Vanilla when a lot of people thought that he was. Ended up not being.
Right.
And then I thought he got better, right? And I thought Hakan was great. And I thought that Dan was, like, serviceable.
Not as bad as people thought
terrible.
it was.
Yeah.
Not
Like,
bad.
I don't know. You can be honest about that kind of thing. It's not. I feel like it's not that tough.
Right.
I don't know. In this game, I feel like Zangief is probably the worst character, but still competitive in most matchups.
Yeah.
That's the nice part about the balance.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like, I can't even, like...
modern games are usually pretty good about that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, KI is pretty good about that.
It's making me... It bothers me because right now in Street Fighter V, I feel like the worst character is Bison because I just don't see anyone do well with that character, and it's driving me nuts.
I mean,
he's worth picking up. Like, if you want to see...
Yeah, I did. I wanted to play him.
Yeah, you definitely should.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that he's probably the second worst. Personally, I would say Geef is worse and then Bison, but...
But again, it's just so hard for me to name anyone who's like really truly bad in that game.
Yeah, both those characters still compete in those matchups.
Yep.
If I say Zangief, I feel like there's characters worse than him. If I say Bison, I feel like there's characters worse than him. If I say Fong, I think there's characters worse than him. It's like everybody I don't feel like is the last character.
I feel like Fong is not the worst. I wouldn't put him in bottom tier anymore. I think he's just mid tier. I think Sim is worse. I think my bottom 3 right now is Geef, Bison, Sim.
Oh, really?
Sim? You actually think Sim is bottom 3 at this point in time?
I do. I think he loses to almost all of the new characters. Not Guile, really, but the others all beat him. And maybe even Guile once Guile players get better. Yeah, it's not bad, but like we'll see. It might be that Guile ends up winning, and he just gets dunked terribly by many of the most common characters in the game. So that kind of sucks.
There's something important to say about losing to the popular characters.
Yeah, like he loses, terribly to Ken and Cammy and Mika, and
Interesting.
everybody plays those characters.
Right.
Ryu's all over the place. Ryu beats him. Like it's just it's tough times.
Yeah, when Sim's losing to Ryu, it's dark days.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's bottom 3 though.
Yeah, I don't know if
Like I said, I think he's.
I think
competitive
picking the
in most
bottom
matchups.
characters
He still
is
beats
much
some
harder.
characters.
Yeah.
I don't think he's terrible.
Okay.
Alrighty. Okay.
Yeah, I have nothing left. I have nothing else.
That's it.
All right.
We're out of here.
Cool.
Have a good one, folks.
Scram. Go to bed. It's late.
Yep, exactly. So, but at least we don't have to eat dinner afterwards.
Yeah, we have
the
breakfast.
power.
I have breakfast. I don't know if you guys finished your pizza, but I got breakfast for tomorrow.
Well, that's the reason why I got thin crust,
Yeah.
because when you get the full crust, you get full way faster. So.
Yeah, I have some pizza.
I got pizza. Gonna have breakfast. All right. Have a good one, everybody.
All right, peace out.